Okay, I got a question from Jim. Um, can you talk a little bit about conservatorship where the homeowner is still alive and incapacitated, perhaps in a nursing home, and the family otherwise needs to liquidate the property? So a conservatorship is a tool, is an entity that's created to act on behalf of somebody who doesn't have the capacity to act on their own. It's getting very common now, more common as the number of our population gets older and we have more common dementia and Alzheimer's and things like that. But I've also seen conservatorships where somebody had an automobile accident, terrible case of somebody who showed up who was traveling to Los Angeles from Japan, got an automobile accident. Well, how do you provide for medical care for that person? In this case, they were so bad off, they were in a coma, and the parents didn't want to use extraordinary measures to keep them alive on a ventilator or whatever. You can't just tell the nurse pull the plug because the person who's interested in it has to be watched, and so you have to create what's called a conservatorship. In that case, an emergency conservatorship for medical decisions for somebody on behalf of somebody as well. But certainly for financial situations, somebody's incapacitated. And I had a case where he actually was a real estate investor with a lot of property, and he never created a living trust for himself to protect his assets. And unfortunately, he became mentally incapacitated. And so the family had to create a conservatorship. And the problem with that is it's like having the government manage your affairs. You have to hire an attorney. Any other family members can hire attorneys. People can object. Everything requires going to court. Every court appearance is hours of legal fees. It costs, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So conservatorship is an entity that's created to make decisions on behalf of somebody else. And then you go to the court to get certain actions done, like selling property on behalf of the conservatee. The person who's in the conservatorship, whose interest the conservatorship is created for, is called the conservatee. So anyhow, that's what it is. And so sometimes they're at home, sometimes they own a house and they go to a nursing home and the house is sitting there empty, vacant, could get vandalized, just sitting there empty. Who makes the decision to rent it or not? The conservatorship. Well, if you don't have one, you can't sign a lease agreement technically. And so you have to form the conservatorship, and then you have the authority to act on behalf of the conservatee, and the court will review the process.